Let's play! Whoa! Sorry, folks, I'm just kind of vibing to the music. Hold on really quick. What is going on with this? Okay, there we go. That sounds more like Professor Layton. I mean, I never discussed, like, how the music in pretty much any game in the series has been amazing, but especially the last track in Unwound Future. Oh my god. Anyway, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You all may call me Pharaoh, and here we are once again continuing our mini Layton marathon. Well, I call it mini, I don't know. Going through all the games that there are, as much as I can anyway. We officially have now concluded the original trilogy, and now, today, we are beginning the prequel trilogy. The first one starting is Professor Layton and the Last Specter, or, in the European regions, Specter's Call. I thought it was Scepter for a long time. I didn't realize it was Specter, like a ooh, ghost. So, yeah, as I mentioned, this is the first game in the prequel trilogy. This is chronologically the earliest game in the Layton series. I don't know. I know absolutely, like, literally bar none when it comes to the prequel games. Besides that, it's a prequel series. That's it. So, in that sense, I am really excited to see what this is going to have in store for us. There seems to be, like, a little bit of a, I hate saying debate, but it's like, it seems like these games are not maybe as highly regarded as the original trilogy. Once again, we'll all form our opinions as we go through this. I'm positive these are still going to be really fun things to go through. I think people may be saying that because Unwound Future really left a huge impact for a lot of people. So, either way. Oh, and you might be wondering what the hell is London Life? That is the only thing I know a teeny bit about. And in that sense, apparently it's like some type of, like, kinda quasi-RPG type of thing. Apparently involving, like, a lot of fetch quests and whatnot. And according to some advertisements I've seen, adds 100+ hours to the game. If you guys want my answer if I'm going to be covering it, no, I will not be doing it. I can't do that. That is just insane. Maybe down the line I'll, like, check it out, but I have no plans to delve into London Life. If you guys want to let me know more about it, feel free to let me know in the comments, but yeah, we're not covering it in this Let's Play. We are delving into the main story here and see how this all began. And look at that, no more having to input my name like a schmo and writing it out. And, well, I think one of the games did it and then they went back again, so I don't know. Okay. This is a work of fiction. The characters, groups, and events portrayed within are in no way intended to resemble those of the real world.
Long ago, in a lawless age, a pack of bandits invaded a small village. Amidst the chaos, a terrified young farm girl played her flute to drown out the madness. As the music spiraled high into the sky, a giant specter appeared above her. She begged the specter to destroy the bandits, and it swiftly obeyed. The town was saved, and the specter vanished just as quickly as it had appeared. But the farm girl knew that in times of danger, she needed only to play the flute, and the specter would appear again. A quaint tale, wouldn't you say? Aye, master. I think the time has come for us to pen the next chapter. Of course, master.
Well, what do you think, Luke? Do you see anything yet?
No, nothing. still having a tough time buying all of this. It sounds like some scary bedtime story. Is this even possible?
Well, we'll soon find out.
And a poor little boy who predicts where the giant Specter will appear. So what now? I mean, what if this thing never even shows up?
What on earth could that be?
It sounds like music.
The flute. It must be.
Quickly, to the window!
What is that thing?
Can this be?
Specter. Finally seeing this dark giant made me even more determined to help the professor keep his word. Together, we would shine the light of truth upon this ghastly shadow.
Well, I have so many questions off the bat. 1, who the hell are you? 2, were you ever mentioned before? 3, what logical sense is that giant Specter? Well, who knows anymore?
Oh?
Top of the morning.
Why, thank you very much. Professor? Oh, Professor? Professor, a letter just came for you. Oh.
Thank you, Rosa. Ugh.
Sounds like someone was up researching all night. Again. It's no wonder the other professors are so intimidated by you.
Oh, they just think that I'm some young upstart.
You work too hard, Professor. It's no good. By the way, Dean Del Mona came by and said he needed to speak to you, and that he would
What
drop
is
in
this?
later today. I don't know why he had to tell you that. He could have
Regards,
just come by
Clark.
later, if you ask me.
After
I
all
would
these
have taken
years?
him for the trip.
Rosa, I'm going out.
Eh?
Oh. Thank you, Rosa.
I hope he remembers to eat something.
Huh? See here. What was that about?
Nice to see you again, Professor Layton.
And you are?
Why didn't Dean Del Mona tell you?
Really quick. Like, I'm just kind of imagining in my head, like, Layton was ready to kick some ass when he got out of his car. He's like, now see here. Don't you know how to drive? You cut me off. Or brake checked me, too. Like, what the hell? Yeah, like I said, a lot of questions. The fact that who the hell this person is, and ooh, like, apparently no ever mention of them, makes me a little curious, Village. All right, let's see what the hell's going on here.
Tell me what?
I'm Emmy Altava, your new assistant. Call me Emmy.
I'm sorry, you're my...
Assistant. You do know what an assistant is, don't you?
Of course. I'm sorry, Miss Altava, but...
Professor, please, Emmy. And stop apologizing so much.
All right, Emmy. So sorry. But it seems that there has been some sort of mistake here.
Oh, I don't think so, Professor. Dean Delmona hired me himself. It seems that you have been too busy to attend your departmental meetings lately. Is that right?
Well, I suppose there might be some truth to that. However...
Sounds to me like if anyone needs an assistant, it's you. So, from now on, I'll be the backup on all your projects. Got it? Great. I can't wait to get started. I wasn't too surprised the professor didn't remember me. It had been some time since our first meeting, after all. And clearly he had a lot on his mind. Which is exactly why he needed an assistant like me. It was my first day on the job, and I was ready for anything. Or so I thought. We still had yet to meet the young boy who would help us unravel the strangest mystery I could have ever imagined. So what perplexing mystery are we hot on the trail of now?
Why would you ask that?
Well, you're off to somewhere in quite a hurry. Something must have piqued your interest.
That intuition will serve you well.
What's this? A letter?
Very good. I received it about an hour ago. Go ahead, read it aloud.
Herschel, my dear old friend, I must earnestly seek your help again. Our little town is in the most extraordinary predicament. At night, a mysterious giant shrouded in fog has been laying waste to our homes. I am convinced you can help stop this madness. Please, come soon. Regards, Clark. A giant? Oh, that's... How well do you know this person?
Clark and I go back a long way. I can't imagine he would fabricate stories for no reason. I find the other message in the letter very interesting as well.
Other message?
And we start off with very first puzzle in the game, a secret message. And so yeah, Emmy Altava. Yeah, so his assistant. I'm guessing before Luke. And, well, the big question is, where is she now? No mention of her through, like, Curious Village, Diabolical Box, Unwound Future. I'm already a little worried in that regard alone. But let's just deal with this first puzzle and just take things from there. So, it's reading the message again, the one that Emmy just read. And then it says, enter the hidden message below. Okay. And I'll still go through, like, how to solve all these, like, you know, how to maneuver around the game and whatnot, in case somebody just happened to start with this game instead of Curious Village and whatnot. So we had to use the stylus to slide the lettered tiles into the empty slots. Once we arrange the tile to spell out the hidden message, touch submit. You can't find the answer by simply reading the letter normally. The hidden message is 7 letters long. The body of the letter is 7 lines long. Keep these facts in mind and you'll figure it out. Wait, Layton's advice? This kind of feels like a free hint. But it's fairly simple if you guys have dealt with similar puzzles like this. And there's been many examples like this throughout various things in life, really. There was a Simpsons episode that did this, and more, I think the one I find a little bit more funny is when Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor of California, there was a bill that reached his desk that he really didn't like, so he vetoed it, and he wrote a letter, and basically the first letter of each line spelt out F-U. Now, we take the same idea here, and we have the memo function back here that we can, you know, erase various things, draw various things, various colors, etc., etc. And, oh, actually, I can't even memo it on the top. I was going to try to do it on the top. But, and like I said, we have the first letter of each line is going to spell out what we're looking for here. So we have H, E, little, so L, P, S, O, S. So yeah, very simple puzzle. Like I said, we've seen them various times. Let's go ahead and make sure that's right.
I'll handle this one, Professor.
Yeah.
That puzzle was no problem.
Correct. The secret message in the letter was help, SOS. What's going on here? All about pigarats. As we already know, or in case you guys don't know, pigarats are points that indicate a puzzle's difficulty. The more pigarats a puzzle's worth, the tougher it is. Typically, once I always say that, typically, but maybe not always the case. It always just depends on who you are. I'm sure this puzzle alone could have been difficult for a lot of people. When you submit an incorrect answer for a puzzle, the number of pigarats you can earn from that puzzle decreases, so think carefully before answering. Gathering lots of pigarats. Once you've beaten the game and saved, go to the bonuses section and load your game file. From there, you can enter the top secret area, where a number of fun extras are waiting for you. The more pigarats you earn, the more content you unlock. And typically these bonus sections contain like profiles of the various characters in the game, audio, the scenes that we watched, things like that. I found the secret message using the first letter of each line. Emmy, you just may turn out to be quite valuable as an assistant after all. Oh, well, thank you, Professor. That means a lot coming from you. Help SOS. Why the need to hide this in some sort of code? My question as well. Clark and I have been friends for many years. If he wanted to tell me something, he wouldn't have to hide it. I'm not yet certain what this means. Oh, how mysterious! My first day on the job and it's already so Layton-esque. Layton-esque? What on earth does that... Emmy, have you heard of me before today? Heard of you? Of course I've heard of you. I know everything about you, Professor. Herschel Layton, at age 27, became youngest professor in the history of Gresham University. Published in numerous academic journals, which I could recite chronologically if you like. Astute intellect and preternatural skills of observation have been utilized by Scotland Yard to solve some of London's most difficult criminal cases. Single, 34 years old, Capricorn. I made that last part up. Just a guess. Oh god, I'm the same age as Layton! Well, you've certainly done your homework. I can see why Dean Delmona hired you. Well, I asked... Oh, wait, she said single, and then it's like, oh god, Claire! And that's why he had the little ellipses. When I asked Dean Delmona about the position, I told him I wouldn't take no for an answer. Interesting. May I ask why you were so intent on working with me? He doesn't remember. Emmy? So where do you say we are headed, Professor? Okay, I already have. I don't trust your ass, like, one bit. I didn't, Emmy. If you are to be my assistant, we must set a few rules. As an English gentleman, I can never allow you to follow me into a dangerous situation. That sounds so reasonable. Well, that sounds reasonable. Let's just remember that there are exceptions to every rule. English gentlemen. You're funny, Professor. Yes, well, thank you. To answer your question, we are headed to the town of Misthallery. I may or may not be saying that right. Is it Misthallery or Misthallery? Well, it's not really a thrall. Misthallery? Misthallery sounds a little better, but I could be wrong. I may look that up outside this video just to make sure. Misthallery. Why is that name familiar? About 6 months ago, some ancient remains were discovered there. You probably read about it in the Times. Yes, I remember reading that the fabled Golden Garden might be located in Misthallery. And now a close friend of yours who lives in Misthallery has sent an urgent plea for help. A great archaeological find linked to a mysterious letter, all surrounded by an air of danger. Can't imagine the situation possibly being more Layton-esque. Emmy, can you refrain from saying... Oh, never mind. I feel like he doesn't really like her that much. And I'm very, very wary of her too, but we'll see how this goes up. So, just like all the other games, we have various mysteries we'll eventually solve as we continue playing the game. Like the letter. Layton received a letter from his old friend Clark that held a hidden message within. Why would Clark use such a roundabout way to enlist his aid? And look at that, it looks like Layton actually has like things to say too. The message was written with a typewriter. I must say, it's very unlike Clark to write in this way. See, that's like, what the hell does that mean? The Golden Gardens, the village of Misthallery, is said to lie over the remains of a great city of gold built by an ancient civilization. Does it truly exist, or is it merely legend? An article in the Times put forth the theory that the Golden Garden lies somewhere in Misthallery. Alright, do our first save. If I was an asshole, I'd stop the video right here, but we're not going to do all that. Chapter 1, The Fog of Misthallery. So, this is Misthallery, huh? It feels a little eerie. Misthallery is known for its thick fog. Get it? Mist? Some say the town is straight out of a fairy tale. It does look cozy in a way. Not any fairy tale I have read. So as it says, we can tap around to investigate around here. Like on the ground, that's how we're going to be finding things. Look at this. Oh! The river is pretty impressive. Several canals flow through the town and into the river here. Well, there's certainly no danger of a drought hitting here. What's on top of that hill? It appears to be a house. Think maybe that's where your friend Mr. Triton lives? Wait, Triton? So it's Clark Triton? I assume relation to Luke, whether it be his... I mean, right now I'm making the assumption it could be his father. So, is that how they got to know one another, like Luke and Layton? It seems a bit ominous for Clark's taste, but perhaps. I've got a strange feeling about that place. Something about it. Oh, here comes someone. Maybe he knows where we can find Mr. Triton. Okay, you look like you're going to try to sell me a car. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Misthallery. I am Eldus. Charmed. Nice hat. Let me show you something the locals kept secret. Tap that wooden box with your stylus. But tap it like you mean it. Not just once, not just twice. The wooden box. Okay. This crate looks sealed, but let's investigate further. Leave it to me. I got it. Well, that took a little effort, but look, hint coins. Beautiful. She shines like the sun. This, my friends, is a hint coin. When you find a puzzle you cannot solve, use one of those lovelies. These lovelies. Spend them wisely, for they are in limited supply. If you squander them, I will not dry your tears. Hint coins are hidden in many places, so if you see anything suspicious, be bold and tap away. And that, my friends, will serve you well in Misthallery. I must go now. Such humility challenges the hair. And with that, he's gone. What an interesting fellow. We didn't even get to ask him if he knows where your friend lives, Professor. Well, that's all right for now. Oddly enough, there's no return address on Clark's letter. Well, I'm sure someone in town knows him. Let's ask around. Good idea, Emmy. Let's go over how to move around town. Use the stylus to tap the shoe icon on a touchscreen. Arrows indicating directions you may go will appear. Tap an arrow to move in that direction. Easy enough. Tap the shoe, tap the arrow, and go. Very good. Why don't you go ahead and give it a try? Alright, we will. Now, the game already has introduced hint coins to us. I, as always, will seek out all the hint coins. And I was told by viewers, I think there's 300 in this game as well, just like Unwanted Future. And in terms of puzzles, I think this one has 170, so just a bit more than Unwanted Future in total. And apparently the highest puzzle count as well in the series to date. So I'm thinking more than likely we're probably going to be seeing the same length as we saw for Unwanted Future. So, and also another thing regarding the hint coins and the puzzles, as I mentioned, kind of like in the middle, towards the end of Unwanted Future, I'm going to be changing up ways how I'm going to be looking into these puzzles. Instead of like calling a mulligan if I really can't figure something out and just looking up the solution, I will look up a hint without actually using the hint coins. Once again, I want to keep the actual true count of the hint coins on me at all times. And it's like, I'm not really looking up the answer, but I'll go ahead and take a hint. Hopefully that'll kind of get me to the answer I'm looking for. So that's all I'll be doing from now on, in case you guys have any questions and whatnot, or how I'm doing things. But there's that. Now, with that being said and done, there's 2 more hint coins, and typically from the other games in the series, there's always been around, or more than likely, 3 hint coins in every new area that we go to. So we got 1 in that box. There's going to be 1 in the top left building, one of the blue roof. And there's also going to be another one on that sign to the right of the wooden box. There we are. It says you can't swim here. Fishing is allowed, though. All right. We'll tap on the shoe icon and we can go up. Oh, before I forget, Professor, how would you like me to keep notes from our investigation? Oh, an excellent question, Emmy. Organized records are vital to an effective investigation. This is probably Layton saying all this. Maybe they just have her there just, taking notes. You tap the trunk icon in the upper right of the touchscreen. When you open the trunk, you will see several icons. To record your progress, tap the save icon. This will save your current progress. You can also view the puzzle index here. Tap this for a list of all the puzzles you've seen so far. Puzzles you have solved are marked with O, while unsolved ones are marked with X. If you are particularly fond of a puzzle you already solved, you can enjoy it again here. However, for a puzzle you haven't solved, you will have to return to the place where it first appeared. Tap Layton's journal to read notes on the story. Tap episodes to get exclusive information on certain characters. Be sure to check here often so you can view any new episodes. Finally, there's the London Life button. Tap this button to leave the game and start London Life. Be sure to save your progress in the main game before moving on to London Life. Surprised it doesn't do it automatically for you. Well, I'm certainly going to earn my ways in the system by keeping track of everything. I have no doubt you'll get the hang of it in no time. Shall we move on? Oh, a new episode's been added. Layton's office. So, as we've seen before, we can open the trunk and we'll see various information on the top screen, including how many puzzles we solved and found, our total score of Pickerats, how many hint coins there are, so we found 13 and 13. Like I said, there's going to be around 300, and then how many hours we play the game, and also where we're currently at. We're on Grand Bridge Street. Now on the bottom screen, as we already described, like already Layton described, is he has his journal, which gives you like a synopsis of everything you've been doing so far. Once again, I don't really read these because this is literally just a synopsis of what we've just been through. But if you guys want to, you can pause the video as I kind of click off them if you feel like reading them yourselves. The mysteries, that's where those 10 mysteries are going to be situated. As I said, puzzle index, where all the puzzles we worked on or found are going to be. Excuse me. Save the game. And this is something new. Episodes. Take a peek into the lives of those you have met during your investigation. Tap an episode to view it. When he gets absorbed in his research, Layton has a tendency to leave his papers lying around all over the place. The cleaning lady, Rosa, has a few words.
Professor, rise and shine.
Rosa, what time is it?
Time to greet the day. You know, Professor, only philanderers and politicians sleep in their offices.
Well, Rosa, sometimes it just cannot be helped.
Yes, just like you couldn't help making a mess of the place again. Is this how an English gentleman behaves? Half-open books all over the place like cookie crumbs.
I'm still reading them. I'll put them away soon, Rosa, I promise.
Well, if you would just put them away in your head, then I could put them away on the shelves.
Hello, Layton. Sorry to disturb your, late night, was it? Dean Dalmona, come in. Yes, I was burning a bit of the midnight oil. You know how that goes. Not anymore, I don't. I'm the Dean. If you have a moment, Layton, I could use your help with a puzzle. My dear little granddaughter asked me for the answer.
Dean Dalmona, you should be ashamed of yourself, a grown man who can't solve his own puzzles.
I'm doing this as a service to my granddaughter, Rosa. Allow me to take over from here, Rosa. Dean Dalmona, let me take a look at that puzzle.
The next time I see an open book on the floor, I'll just go ahead and put it on the shelf in the waste bin.
Oh, Layton, did you read the article about the Golden Garden? I've been fascinated by that legend ever since I was knee-high to a scarab beetle. What is your take on what they have discovered thus far? Oh, I'm flattered that you would ask. In my opinion, if they did discover the Golden Garden, then
they would just mess it up with a fish and chip shop next to the ticket booth, mark my words.
Alright, so that's kind of interesting. So we've never had anything like that before. We kind of just get like little tidbit scenes of whatever character we're looking into, and provides more lore. I like that. Now, you may notice that we have 3 other associated buttons to click on later. Just like all the other games in the series, these kind of go back to various mini-games that we've had so far in the previous titles. You know, just like we just finished Unwound Future, they had like the parrot deliveries, the toy car races, and then like the picture book. Obviously, I have no idea what's going to be happening here, what these minigames are going to be like, but all in due time. We'll see what's what. So now we're on Grand Bridge Street. Let's go ahead and pick up those 3 hint coins. One's going to be in the box to the left of the kid. One's going to be right in the middle of that tower, right in the middle of the screen. And one's going to be, I think it's a hat that's hanging off the stall on the right. There we go. Puzzle!
Hey there, Gramps. New in town? Gramps? The professor doesn't look that old.
That's all right, Emmy. Do you know where the Triton residence is, young man?
Sure, but I'm not telling unless you solve my puzzle.
And here we're starting with the nonsense. Tours spotting. These 4 photos were taken at the same location. 3 of these were shot by tourists who took turns taking pictures of each other. One of the photos was taken on a completely different day. Tap the 3 photos that were taken by the tourists who traveled together. Well, right now I'm trying to see if there's like any possible similarities between each one. And I mean, sure, we got the fountain, we got obviously the buildings are not going to go anywhere. What is that? If you guys look at D, the bottom right, what is that? Like on like the bank there, that's a little iffy on that. Unless there's like, is there some type of is there like a tell to indicate like how do you know who's taking whose picture? Like I'm taking a look at the poses too, like all of them seem relatively normal except I don't know what the hell C's doing. Like I'm a little bit confused, like what yeah, like why take that pose? And they're stating that it was like a different time of day. And you know, speaking of that, what is on the bottom left of B as well? I'm getting a little confused on that. I'm still trying to take a look at these damn photos to see what other similarities there are. But I think I may have just figured it out. A lot of times whenever they have puzzles that deal with different times of day or different day completely, a lot of times it's like it has something to do with the lighting or shadows. We've had a number of those puzzles already in the series so far, and I think the exact same thing is happening here. If you take a look at the feet of everybody, A, B, and D are their shadows smack dab right where they're standing. C, on the other hand, it's more elongated, meaning that this was taken at a whole different... Granted, it could have been a different time of the day in that same day, but according to the puzzle, it was taken a whole different day. That makes sense. So the 3 photos that were taken together by tourists who travel together would be A, B, and D.
Some puzzles must be met directly.
All right.
I love the thrill of a good solution.
Oh, they have the kind of new voice lines as well, too. New solution. You can tell which pictures were taken together by looking at their shadows. 3 photos show a person's shadow in the same position, which means that their subjects must have been there at the same time.
Amazing! You should know your puzzles for someone your age.
Quite. Now then, you were going to tell us where we can find the Triton residence?
That old Triton guy lives straight across the rope bridge and then left of the crossroads. I live up in North Ellie.
Eli, whatever, but we had to evacuate the area. Evacuate? Why is that?
The Oracle said it would be dangerous there, so we had to go.
Oracle?
Who
or what is that?
do they do databases? I don't know, but my mom says the Oracle has saved a lot of people from getting hurt. Professor, what do you think this Oracle could be?
I'm not sure, Emmy. Perhaps it has something to do with the giant in Clark's letter. Maybe. Hey, we got a new guy here.
Pudding, huh? What time is it? Oh no, I'm late. How long have you two been standing there? If the chief hears I'm snoozing and I'm done for.
We've only been here a moment or two. No longer.
I hope I didn't share anything when I was napping. Oh, no matter. I trust you'll keep this for yourselves. Misthallery is closed to visitors. Promise you won't mention this to the chief for an hour, and I can let you pass.
Rest assured, our lips are sealed.
Whew. Thank you. You're quite a gentleman. I'll be off then. I have sworn to protect, you know.
Alright, you continue not doing your job, and let's continue forward. Wow, okay. That's one way to stop us from going across here, but here's the twin bridges.
Professor, there are 2 rope bridges here, but one's sealed off.
It appears that this is the bridge we need to use.
The ropes are all tied up in these ridiculous knots. I wouldn't even know where to start untying them.
Well, I suppose one could go through all that trouble, or...
Oh, what, Professor?
Undoing all the knots appears to be quite an arduous task. One can do away with all the rope by cutting it in one place. Take another look at me.
The whole thing can be undone with one cut?
Yes. Look closer and tell me where you think we should cut it.
All right, let's see what we have.
The rope bridge. You may cut the rope at one of the 5 points. Tap the area you want to cut. Once you see the pointing finger appear over your choice, tap cut. So is this... solve the puzzle? But we're not really solving... This is definitely new. Okay. The rope bridge is the only way over. If someone sealed it off, you only need to cut the rope in one place on block the bridge. Where should you cut the ropes? To unravel it all? I can't really use my memo or anything either. So I guess we're gonna have to kind of visualize, like, if we cut one, where is it all gonna go? Like, what I wanted to do was try tracing the rope to see where it's going. Like, this first one, it actually goes through... Am I even doing this right? It goes through almost the entirety of the bridge. Like, it goes through, like, most of the knots. If not, I may have to do that again, but look, I thought it went through all of them. Let me check the second one here. Down and up. See, that one only looks like it only went like one or two before tying off. Oh, actually, I can't really read that. This goes through one. That literally goes like 2 knots. I think that only goes through 2 knots. I think that goes for like 2 as well. So I think just by the amount of knots I get undone by this top one, this should be it. Puzzle solved. Correct. Cutting that one spot will unravel the entire thing.
I'm starting to get a feel for what being your assistant is like.
You're doing a wonderful job thus far, Emmy. I'll go ahead and pay you.
Who do you think's responsible for this?
Well, there's no sign indicating a bridge closure. I suspect it's the work of a local mischief maker. I love that game. More people need to talk about Mischief Makers on the N64. Man, at least re-release it, or man, if you could do a new game, that'd be great too. You know, as I'm recording this, the Game Awards are happening later this week. I will unfortunately be missing it because I'm working late that night, so I'm gonna miss the entirety of it. But I am curious of what they may or may not announce. I always try to keep my hopes like I'm trying to temper my expectations. So we'll see.
Right. If the bridge were unstable and dangerous, it wouldn't just simply be roped off, would it?
This bridge may have its best years behind it. I don't think we need to worry, however.
I wish I shared your confidence, Professor. I can't believe people still use this bridge.
Do you have a fear of bridges?
Of bridges? No. Of this bridge, yes. You can't even drive on it.
There must be another route into town for automobiles.
Of course. Well, I'll move your car later, Professor. I'd hate for anything to happen to it.
No need, Emma. I'm sure it will be fine. Let's go ahead and make our way across.
Wait! Professor, look!
Okay. Random mouse. We'll check that out in a moment. We gotta pick up the 3 hint coins here in the Twin Bridges area. One's gonna be on the blue sign to the left. Oh, look, it kind of even shifted a little bit. Okay. One's gonna be on the sign upper right. And one's gonna be on a sign right underneath it. And there we are. Okay. Well, with that being said and done, well, actually, hold on a minute. This thing's telling me that if I click on these signs multiple times... Oh, never mind. I thought they said they will eventually fall off. No, they just keep tilting. So, we'll just fix them. Okay. Yeah, let's go up first. Let's follow that mouse.
Oh my, Professor! Look at this house. It's completely destroyed.
The road here is damaged as well.
I wonder if this has something to do with Mr. Triton's letter. We need a record of this.
Oh, you have a camera.
Of course. Gathering data can only help in an investigation. I hope no one was hurt here.
If this is the work of some giant, then Misthallery is in great danger.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. Let's find Mr. Triton.
But first, we gotta find some hint coins. So, there's gonna be one in the mailbox right in the middle of the screen. There's gonna be one the very right-hand side of the screen, like the side of the destroyed house. And let's take a look at this weird mark on the door here first. I've never seen a mark quite like that before. What do you think that symbol is supposed to mean? Don't touch the witch's mark, not unless you want to end up like Brock. Aren't you Brock? Oh my, you startled me, sir. I startle myself sometimes. I used to complain about this dump, but look at it now. Is this your house? I'm so sorry, my good man. Was this my house? You bet it was. The operative word here was, being was. The witch's mark appeared and the windows went smash. The walls went boom and the roof went, oh no! At first I thought it said Ohio. I'm like, why is your roof saying that? You looking for some nice warm rubble over your head? I'll sell cheap. At least now it gets all sorts of natural light and natural moisture. Professor, is he going to be okay?
No, not at all. We can't be certain. Perhaps we could help if we knew a bit more about this witch's mark.
Mysterious giant and a witch all in one town. This could get very interesting. Now we look at the mark again. That's where the third hint coin's at. Taking a look at the crate there gives us a puzzle. There's a wooden crate here. Did someone leave it behind?
Perhaps. This reminds me of a puzzle. Would you like to try it?
Pick a package. Let's see. You have been told to get one of 16 boxes from a stack. The note that describes which box to grab got smudged, so this is all you can make out of it. The color of the box of it on its right is huh? The color of the box on its left is huh? The color of the box above it is huh? It's the same color as the box below it. Okay. Well, a few things we can make out here. We already know it's not going to be anything on the bottom row because the fourth statement saying the same color as one of the box below it. And it's also not going to be anything on the top row because of the third statement, the color of the box above is Now, with that also being said, it can't be... Well, the color of the box on its right and left. So, it can't be these either, because the left doesn't have anything to the left and the right doesn't have anything to the right. So, we can focus on these 4 boxes right here in the middle, right? Now, what's definitely going to help us now is literally the last line saying is like it's the same color as the box below it. If we take a look at these 4 boxes, the only one that actually matches that is this one right there.
What do you think about this?
All right.
You can't let a puzzle intimidate you.
Don't worry, Emmy, it didn't intimidate me. Though there are 5 boxes that share the same color as one below it, only one of those has a box above it to its right and left.
Good work, Emmy. You did it.
As your assistant, Professor, I should be able to get easy ones like that.
Your attitude is exemplary, Emmy.
Alright, we're gonna leave Brock doing his thing there. Let's head on up to the crossroads. There's that rat again. Now on the crossroads, we have 3 other hint coins. We got one very top left, kind of like the railing of the building up there. We have one, I guess that's like a sign above like a stall there to the left. And then we also have one in the window in the top right. There we go. She has a puzzle.
Oh dear, what trouble?
Do you need help, madam? May we be of assistance?
My cart fell over. Now my cart is empty and the street is full of my stuff.
Perhaps we can help you put it all back in your cart.
Yes, oh please, I would be so grateful. Let's do it in a puzzle.
Reloading the cart.
I loaded my cart in such a hurry that everything fell out when I hit the bump. The first bump in the road. Can you put everything back without leaving any spaces so the load is secure? Please, pretty please.
Okay. So we're going to have puzzles like this here and there as well. We had a puzzle exactly the same. I think it was Diabolical Box. We had to sort Luke's suitcase. So use the stylus to pack the items neatly into the cart, touch and hold the corner of a piece, and you can slide it in any direction and even rotate it. That's what's gonna suck. See, we can rotate it. Can do things like that. Now, unfortunately, if I could flip it, that would have been great. Man, these lines are actually being kind of distracting, unfortunately. Redo this. This just feels like a corner piece. And even though it kind of fits in nicely, it doesn't really kind of provide us any other usage of proper space. And so it's the same thing here. Like we can't leave that bottom portion alone. We need to fill in that. That works. And that's long enough to do that. Okay. Can I put this in here? I need something to get into that slot. That worked. And I think we got it. Oop, there we are.
This took some
and there's
creative
going to be certain
thinking.
puzzles like this as well where you're not going to fail them. Like, you can't fail them.
A gentleman leaves no
Or
puzzle
lose
undone.
pick-a-rats. You just got to keep working on it until you get it. Well done. This also works with every item rotate 180 degrees.
With my cart so securely loaded, I've nothing to fear of those bumpy roads. Thank you so much.
Does that mean have like a little vacuum cleaner? Your belongings are now in order.
Oh, thank you. Now I must hurry and evacuate the area.
Is there an emergency?
Haven't you heard? A giant is destroying the town. I packed up my stuff as fast as I could. The police gave the order to evacuate, but I wasn't leaving all my stuff behind. Of course, if the Oracle weren't around, we wouldn't have had any warning at all.
This Oracle, what is he, or she, or it?
Oh, I don't ask questions. The police hear from the Oracle and they inform everyone else. You two should be careful walking around town. And thank you again.
Again with this giant?
Professor, it seems that everyone here fully believes in this giant.
Homes ruined, and all-out evacuation in progress. These are most certainly related to Clark's letter. The Triton house is up ahead. Let's find Clark as quickly as possible. Alright. Now apparently, like, this little, like, spoiler-free guide to find, like, the hint points or whatever, they have, like, little tidbits here as well. Apparently, I can click on the white fridge. Layton didn't do a good enough job. Who's this in the back? Fish.
Road ahead has been blocked off. Find another way around if you want to go up there.
It appears we can't go that way. It sounds like we need to take a left to get to Clark's house.
Now, just hold on a second, yous.
Yes? Can we help you with something?
I'll be asking the questions around here. You tourists probably like a good puzzle here and then, eh? Let me tell you how things work around here. Solve 5 puzzles in a row and you'll get something nice.
What do you mean by that?
Who suddenly promoted you to the rank of question asker? Now you're bothering me at my work. Be off with you, quick like.
You called us over. Well, Professor, what do you think that officer was talking about?
It's hard to say. I suppose we'll have to find out when we solve 5 consecutive puzzles.
Between the two of us, Professor, we'll do that in no time.
I hope so, Emmy. Now let's find Clark's house before it gets too late.
Now, he might be like the checkpoint in the game, maybe not, but either way, there goes that damn mouse again. Let's head over to the right. And this is the library entrance. This is a very cozy looking library. Alright, first hint coin is going to be the middle window on the left-hand side. We're also going to find a hint coin right in the middle of the screen, like the post, or like the pillar on the right. And then finally, the clock on the very top. There we are. That's actually all there is here so far. Borrow 10 and get the 11th book free. But aren't they all free? I was going to say, I'm like, damn, I haven't been to a librarian personally, like for my own sake, in ages. I'm like, did something change? Alright, now let's head back to the left. And let's head left one more time.
Check out this boat, Professor.
Hey, look at that guy. Ugh. The people of Misthallery must navigate to town via their canals.
They probably travel by boats as much as they do on foot. It's like Venice, only weirder.
I imagine that boats are used here more than automobiles.
We must take a boat ride before we leave, Professor.
Lovely. After we have spoken to Clark, let us find ourselves a boat.
The Triton house should be just over this bridge. Shall we?
Hold on. First, let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 hint coins here on the south pier. One's going to be on the chimney in the top left. One's going to be, it's going to be on the building, kind of in the middle of the screen, kind of like top left a teeny bit, like right here.
What a pleasant view. Life simply seems very relaxed here.
So that's where the other one was. And finally, the third one's going to be, I guess it's like a blue bag. It's on the bottom right next to some of that shrubs. There we go. And who the hell are you? Because your smile kind of freaked me out in that picture.
Say, hey there! Don't think I've seen you folks before. Bucky's my name and boats are my game. If you're new to Misthallery, you're not getting away without taking a ride of one of my beauties. I can take you anywhere in town in a flash. It's better than flying.
We'll keep that in mind during an investigation. Thank you.
You look like puzzle-faring folk. How about a quick one?
This world is so odd. River crossing. You need to get 1 dog. Oh, okay, we definitely have many of these. You need to get 1 dog, 2 cats, and 3 baby chicks across a river. You can take 2 animals at a time. If you leave the dog with only 1 cat, there'll be a fight. The chicks on the riverbank must outnumber the cats. Otherwise, a fight will then break out. Can you ferry all the animals across without them fighting? I can. Use the size of sliding animals on and off the raft. You can have up to 2 animals at a time on a raft. Touch go to move the rafts across the water. You can cross the river alone or with a combination of animals. So that's a little bit different because I could have sworn previously you had to bring 1 back, at least 1 back. Okay. So leave the dog with only 1 cat. There'll be a fight. We can't have that. Chicks on the riverbank must outnumber the cats. I could maybe... I can take 2 at a time, right? Just want to make sure. Yeah, you take 2 animals at a time. Okay. Chicks on the riverbank must outnumber the cats. Must outnumber the cats. Okay. I'm an idiot. It literally says, if you leave a dog only with 1 cat, there'll be a fight. Why the hell did I... Come here. Well, hold on. Will there still be a fight even... What about this? I mean, it's the same, but Yeah, they didn't outnumber them, so that's why. Okay. What else did I want to try? Will they get in a fight like this? Yeah, so even if there's chicks there, they're still gonna get into a fight. Okay, so that's all good information to have. Bring them back with us. Oh crap! No. I think I have the right idea. Let's take the dog back. They're not gonna outnumber. I think I can take them both back so they're not gonna go away. Let me take the dog and the chick, because they're fine. I'm surprised this works out. Okay, and then we just take these two. There we go. I actually like these puzzles.
Puzzle, to be sure.
They're not like super difficult, and it's satisfying once you get it.
No puzzle is without an answer.
There are many different ways to get all the animals across, though it can be done only 7 crossings. Feel free to find other ways to do it. How many did I do? Was it 9 or 10? Okay.
Say, that's good work. Remember, if you want to get around in a flash, just find Bucky.
Alright, I'll not remember you. It's that to the left. There's that damn rat again, but this is where Luke lives? Buddy! Okay. This is nice.
It's so wonderful breathing in the clean air and living amongst such lush greenery.
With the canals, Misthallery must be an ideal place for plant growth. Look over there. The green just seems to go on forever.
From here, the town looks beautiful as opposed to eerie.
I am inclined to agree, Emmy. Alright, let's take a look at some of those hint coins. One's going to be on the chimney in the very top there of the screen. One's going to be on the pillar to the left. And one's going to be towards the railings on the right-hand side, the fencing. Alright, who are you?
Do you think that large house up there is a Triton residence? You two looking for the mayor's roost?
Mayor?
No, we're actually looking for Clark Triton's residence. That's what I just said, Bear Brain.
Oh, well, I wasn't aware that Clark was the mayor.
Been a while since you've seen him. How long have you been cooped up under a rock? Mayor Triton has been in office for about a year now. He does a good job, what with all the troubles. He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool.
Alright, I'm just surprised that, like, I'm loving that we're getting more lore about, like, Luke and his family. Well, here we are.
This place looks huge.
Yes, it appears that Clark has done quite well for himself. Let's try the door. Before we do that, let's take a look at some of those hint coins. We got one in the bottom left shrubbery. We got one in the I don't know what window it is. Like the right window, kind of toward the top left of the screen a little bit. Right there. And then one is going to be like kind of like the canal entrance in the bottom right. Man, you need some... I just realized something. You need some railings on here, freaking Clark. I mean, my clumsy dumbass would fall into that river a zillion times over. Like, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Like, I actually really like this, but... safety, buddy. Safety. Now, we can click on the mailbox for a puzzle.
This is the Triton's mailbox.
It seems a bit worse for wear.
It looks okay to... Oh no! The sign just fell off!
Don't worry, Emmy. I think we can handle this. Get my duct tape. The mailbox panels. When you open the mailbox, all of the side panels fell off. Uh-oh. These panels spelled out the word post, but you're not sure how they actually fit together to do so. Arrange the panels so that the mailbox looks as it did before the panels fell off. So, it's spelled out post. But, yeah, oh man, these are definitely don't... Like, I think I see the trick here. And once again, we've seen this multiple times. You're not spelling it out with these blocks. What's going to be left over is going to be the spelling. So, can I find one that's going to get like a P? I'm probably not even using the right one here on the left-hand side. And I can't rotate these, right? It doesn't seem like it. That would have been kind of good to use, but... Well, this still seems like the right one to use, but like I need something that kind of fits in there nicely. Okay, there's the P. Okay. Can I get an O? That's a little too high. That's definitely not it. What can I use? Oh, wait a minute. Well, I think the L's kind of shaping up. I just need to connect it. There we go. Pooh! That should be easy enough. There's the T. And there's the S. Post!
This took some creative thinking.
What the hell is that?
I love the thrill of a good solution.
Wow, they're really going all out for like, hey guys, you have three games of the same thing. Look at this. Alrighty, the panels were arranged to create negative spaces on the mailbox that made up the letters of the word post. See? All better.
Well done, Professor. It looks as good as new.
It does. Where am I in terms of time? We are just over an hour. Oh, but apparently we are getting very close to a chapter end, so let's continue on a little bit more here. Apparently we can click on the mailbox numerous times just for funsies. Alright, let's go in the house. Coming!
Yes, may I help you?
Hello, my name is Layton. I'm an old friend of Mr. Triton's. He should be expecting me.
I will inform Mr. Triton. Please wait here.
Wow. Okay then. We are inside the foyer. There's going to be a hint coin on the left corner of the rug on the bottom. There's going to be a hint coin kind of in the middle of the blue carpeting and the steps. And then finally, there should be the third one on the vase of flowers in the top right. There we are. So who are you?
I didn't suppose you were planning on visiting the Oracle here in town.
What is this Oracle?
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about it. I'm just a poor old maid. You should ask Dolan about that.
Thank you. We shall.
Sir, madam, you Mr. Triton will see you now in the parlor. The parlor is through the door on the left. Wait here.
Thank you, my good man. Before we do so, apparently we can click on the broom here for our puzzle. Someone left a broom here.
Leaving this just sitting here makes things look rather shabby.
However, it does remind me of a puzzle. See for yourself. Mopping up. Oh boy, 45 pick rats. These poor... You know, hold on a minute. I was actually thinking about something. Didn't Finch, or whatever his name is, Fish, mention, like, if we solve 5 puzzles consecutively, we'll get something nice? What did we get? Was it the transition that we got it right? Was that the something nice? I just thought about that right now. Anyway, these poor quality mops take 2 days to dry after they've been used, and the handle completely breaks after just 3 uses. Wow, they really do suck. What is the minimum number of mops that you would need to clean every day for a 30-day month? Well, you say it's 30 days, right? And each mop is 3 uses. Can't we just... This might be a very simplistic. I'm just trying to think about it some other way, but can't we just simply just take 3 for each mop, 3 times 10 to equal 30? Like, I'm sure we can still kind of work it out. Like, okay, well, you know, you use it once and it dries for 2 days and you use it again. So basically, the one mop, you can use it for about, like, what? 9 days? But you need to switch them out. Because like, it takes 2 days to actually utilize. So I think if we do that, like essentially in a 9-day period, what is it? Would you say 9 times 3 would be 27? But you still would need an extra mop to finish off those last couple days for a 30-day month. That's the only way I'm looking at it. I just don't see how else we can really think about this. So once again, we could memo this out. I just feel like it's going to take time for no reason. I mean, we got like 1 mop divided by, it's like you use it, let it dry for 3 days, let it dry for 2 days, and then now would you say it'll be ready by day 4? You know, use it, there goes the 2 days, and then back by 7, and then it's just down. Like, maybe that's the way to look at it, but either way, I still think my logic where it's just going to be 10, it seems simple enough. I mean, we're still we just started a game. These puzzles aren't going to, like, oh my god, kill us right off the bat. So I don't think it's trying to trick us. I don't think there's anything crazy here. I think it's simply just 10.
I think I've got this one. I did it, Professor.
You sure did, Emmy, and I really do like it. Like, the music changes a little bit. You mop this puzzle up. You would need 10 mops. The trick is to use your 4th mop frugally. 3 mops are used up every 9 days. The 4th mop can be used once on the 10th day. Follow the same pattern for the next 10 days, using the 4th mop once again. By the 30th day, you will have used only 10 mops. Yeah, there you go. That was interesting. Okay.
So you see puzzles where others only see household objects.
I suppose that's true.
I'm going to try that too. Okay, what's a good start? Light bulbs, sponges, flatware?
Okay, well, we're just going to leave you to kind of do your thing there. Let's head on over to the parlor.
I can't believe my eyes. Herschel, how long has it been?
Wait a minute. Dimitri, is that you? I'm almost positive that's Liam O'Brien again, which is completely fine. I'm sure, like, they love them in Unwound Future. They're like, hey, come back, we want you to voice another character.
Too long, my good friend.
And who might this be?
Oh, of course. How rude of me.
I'm the Professor's assistant, Emmy Altava. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. Triton. I've heard so much about you.
Thank you. Herschel, an assistant. Well, we both seem to have moved up in the world.
Hardly. Truth be told, Emmy has already proven herself my equal.
Herschel, as humble as ever. Emmy, back in London, Layton and I both wanted to be elite archaeologists. One of us certainly succeeded, and somehow I found myself as mayor of this small, rural town.
That is no small feat, Clark.
Oh, Herschel, no need to humor me. It is amusing at best, I'll give you that. But all that aside, please, tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
I came as soon as I received your letter.
Letter? I'm sorry, Herschel. What letter is that?
The letter that... Did you not send this letter? Please, have a look.
I certainly did not write that. But who would have forged it?
Who indeed? Have you made any enemies recently?
Of course, Herschel. I'm the mayor. It appears to me that someone wanted you here in town.
Yes, that is what I am thinking now as well.
So, who wrote the secret message?
Good question, Emmy.
Mr. Triton, there was a hidden plea for help in that letter.
Clark, do you think this is simply the work of some prankster?
No, unfortunately I don't. Misthallery is in grave danger. We have indeed been under attack by some sort of mysterious giant. Just as that letter states, it wreaks havoc at night when the fog is thick. It sounds ridiculous, I know, but it is true.
But how can that be?
I must confess I have yet to see this giant with my own eyes. However, the destruction of homes and buildings left in its wake, that is quite enough evidence for me. The townspeople are afraid. They believe that the Specter has returned with a vengeance.
The Specter?
There's a legend here that tells of an ancient spirit, a Specter. When the town was in danger, the Specter would act as Misthallery's guardian in its moment of need. But this Specter is different. Instead of protecting us, it is trying to destroy us. I am doing all I can, but if we are dealing with an ancient entity, then I fear my efforts are in vain. As the mayor, it is my duty to keep this town and its citizens safe. But Herschel, could you...
Sir,
What is it, Doland?
pardon me, sir, but you mentioned that Professor Layton worked on some difficult cases for Scotland Yard. You said, with great pride, that he had assisted in solving them all. Perhaps we could ask for his assistance here as well.
Of course, Doland. I suppose I have no other choice. Herschel, will you help us? Please, for an old friend.
Of course, Clark. I would never refuse a friend in need. I assure you, I will do what I can.
Thank you, Herschel. I am eternally in your debt.
Things are starting to get good, eh, Professor?
Before we go, Clark, I haven't even asked about Brenda, or your son. How is Luke?
My wife is fine. She's away. Family matters. Luke has shut himself up in his room, as usual.
I would like to say hello to Luke, if that is all right. I haven't seen him since he was a baby.
Of course. I think he might enjoy that. I should warn you, he has been withdrawn lately. Some days, I can't even get him out of his room. I ask him what the matter is, and he responds with silence. Perhaps it would be good for him to talk to someone outside of the family. I would appreciate that, Herschel.
My pleasure, Clark. I shall have a few words with Luke before Emmy and I begin our investigation.
Okay, this is definitely interesting. So yeah, Clark is, or they went to school together with Herschel for archaeology, but I am very curious how the hell he came about to being the mayor of this rural village. I'm sure that's not going to mean anything important whatsoever, but All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be a perfect time to end this off. Great way to stop the introductory video of this. Next time, we'll dive into Chapter 2, The Boy Who Foretold Disaster. Of course, it's Luke, but, yeah, no, I'm definitely intrigued with this so far. I mean, granted, we just started, but so many questions, and, you know, the whole idea that, you know, obviously, you know, we played the original trilogy, all those events happened obviously after what's happening here and what will happen in Miracle Mask and Azran, whatever, Legacy. So, man, they must have gone through a lot of stuff, to say the least. So, I'm very curious to see how this is going to pan out. But, yeah, hope you guys are going to be enjoying this, and let's see what happens. So, as usual, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time for Let's Play Professor Layton and the Last Specter. Love you all so much, and don't forget to spread that love around. Have a great day, everybody.